Welcome to Watchat, where we chat about watches and other facts of life. Today I'll be reviewing the 1930 Fleurier in chocolate dial and the Recital 29 Dimier in green Guilloche dial. Whilst Bovet may not be the most popular independent brands out there, it is perhaps one of the most prestigious ones. Birthed in 1822, the House of Bovet has 2 centuries of history, research and experience in doing what they are doing. If you ask me, what's the specialty of this brand? I will say it is its supremacy in the decorative arts of watchmaking. This Swiss brand company, although originally from London, is now solely owned by this guy, Mr. Pascal Raffi. Let's be clear here. This here is not a paid review. These timepieces are loaned to me by Bovet for my honest opinion. As most of you would know by now, I like to do my review videos with no gloves, no nonsense, and no funny business. So, let's start with the one on the left. The 1930 Fleurier in chocolate dial is a very rare piece because of that color. This here has 42mm diameter and is 9.2mm thick. It is powered by the in-house 15BM04 caliber hand-wound movement that has 35 joules, 21,600 VPH and a whopping 7 days of power reserve. The case here is made out of 18-karat red gold and the design resembles those of a pocket watch with polished finishing around it. This design has a bow above the 12 o'clock that has the crown nestles within it. The bow acts as a crown guard and also a connector between the case and the strap. On top of the crown sits the blue sapphire cabochon. The part I find it a little weird is how the brown thick calf leather strap is connected to the bow at one end and the other is connected to the case. If you were to hold it and look at it this way, it looks a little weird due to the lack of symmetry. However, the awkwardness goes away once it's seen on the wrist. It's nothing bad, it's just something that I have to get used to it. To wind the watch, all you have to do is to pull out the crown. It's pretty smooth winding it. Instead of using screws to remove the straps from the lugs, this uses bolts that also has blue sapphire cabochon sitting on top of it. The pin buckle here is also made out of 18-karat red gold. The open case back has a flat sapphire crystal alluring the 15BM04. The front sapphire crystal, on the other hand, has a curved contour with AR coating. Moving inwards, the dial has a ripple image that is really gorgeous. The base of the dial is a brass that has received a polish treatment to create the ripple effect with a brush finish look. The subdial on the right is the power reserve indicator, whereas the subdial on the left is there for aesthetic reasons. Even so, if you were to look at it closely, you will notice the layers, step down and polish finish rims on all the subdials that are screwed on with fired blue screws, which complements the blue wordings on it. The main subdial that is located just below the 12 o'clock is a brown hand engraved Guilloche dial with white Roman numerals and wordings painted on with their 18-karat red gold hands. The other chocolate subdial that overlaps the 6 o'clock of the main subdial has Arabic numerals instead for their small seconds. The second hand used here is a pretty long 18-karat red gold needle. You probably won't be able to see this, but the pin used to hold the hour, minute and second hand are all in stainless steel instead of red gold. Both the chocolate dial has a sunray pattern emanating from the center where the hands are pinned on. This here is a time-only watch. I find this piece here to be a very elegant looking one. It has that vintage pocket watch design coupled with the red gold and all polish finish casing. I think this design would be more favored among the ladies or the aristocrats. mere mortal man like me would probably consider something like this. The Recital 29 Dimier in green Guilloche dial reference number R29001 has a different feel to it. It feels lighter compared to the former. Although it has the same 42mm case size, this here has lux, giving it a 48.9mm lug-to-lug measurement. This piece has a thickness that is measured from 11.6mm to 8.2mm, and that is because it has that trademark written slope case, which I find it to be very useful. The case and lugs are all polished finish made out of stainless steel. The lugs have this additional engraving on it, and next to them are the huge screws for easy change of strap. This strap here is a black calf leather strap with Bovet signature pin buckle on it. The crown for this piece is located at the 3 o'clock. If one were to compare the crown between this and the earlier piece, you will see that the notch on this crown is bigger and wider compared to the earlier. This crown also has a blue sapphire cabochon on it. The open sapphire case back and the front sapphire crystal with AR coating allows you to see the 13DM04 caliber movement. Not a big fan of the back, but definitely an admirer of the front. The first thing you will notice here is that green Guilloche dial that has a design of a peacock feather. The printing here are all in white with funky numerals on the 3, 6, 9 and 12. This subdial has a dome-shaped design which helps the light to bounce off and reveal that gorgeous hand-decorated dial. The hour and minute hands are bent to follow the dome-shaped curve. Underneath the green is a 3-dimensional dome-shaped hemispheric moon face. There are 2 ways to set the moon. First is by pulling out the crown and adjust the minute hand. Watch how the moon changes as I move the minute hand to 11:57 PM. The second way of changing the moon phase is by pushing the blue sapphire cabochon at the crown. This is definitely an easier way to do it. However, if this is something similar to a date change, I will suggest that you make sure you set the time between 6 AM to 6 PM before using this method. Now, unlike the earlier piece, this here has luminescence on the hands and the moon that is applied by hand to illustrate the lunar surface. Over to the 9 o'clock is a 5 days power reserve indicator that uses a fire blue hand, which complements all of the other fire blue screws that you can see on the dial. The open heart design at the 8 o'clock is a good touch to show that it is still ticking. This 21,600 VPH hand-wound movement has a whopping 42 joules. On the wrist, this feels very easy to wear. The writing slope case gives better legibility with a slight turn on the wrist. A brilliant and practical design. Although it's 42mm in diameter, it's not too huge even for our female counterparts. This immaculate design really surprises me, as it is something which most people can consider having it as an everyday timepiece. One with an everyday office desk job, of course. If you want to have something that is different. Lastly, both these 30-meter water resistance don't come cheap. They are, after all, exquisite timepieces. They are very rare. Bovet only produces 800 to 1000 pieces collectively in a year. To own one definitely makes you one of the elite. Anyway, let me know what you think about these timepieces. What are the things you like about them and what are the things that you don't? Let us know at the comments below. If you like this kind of video, please like, share, comment, subscribe and hit that notification button so that you won't miss any of my videos to support me, and I'll really appreciate it and promise to upload more videos like this. Until the next one, thank you for watching.